How's it going, everyone? I'm Adam Molina. Motorola has been getting a lot of attention lately for releasing a couple of new smartphones, but that wasn't all that was announced. They also announced two pairs of Bluetooth headphones, the Motorola Surround and the Motorola Pulse. Today we're taking a look at the Pulse to see if $70 is a sweet spot for on-ear Bluetooth headphones. Does Motorola have their finger on the pulse of the audio market? Are they playing with the heartstrings of audiophiles ever? Yeah, I got nothing. This was probably one of the most minimal unboxings I've ever done. Though Motorola did a good job with the design of the box, there wasn't much to put into it. Opening it up, you'll get the headphones, a micro USB charging cable, and warranty information. That's it. They don't even include a charging block, but I guess they assume everyone has a few of those lying around nowadays anyway. Hate the build, love the design. That summarizes the Moto Pulse in one sentence. They feel flimsy, and even though these would primarily be used for people on the go, I don't feel safe throwing them in a bag full of school books or anything else for that matter. On the bright side, the ear cups do swivel outward a full 90 degrees, so letting them dangle on your neck isn't uncomfortable at all and probably a lot safer for the headphones. On top of that, they're really light and I barely noticed them on my head. The padding on the ear cups are made of a plastic padding, and though I admit they do feel comfortable, they just look kind of cheap. Design-wise, the best part of the Pulse has to be the fabric-covered headband, which gives it just enough padding to be comfortable, but not too much that makes it big and bulky. On the right ear cup is where you'll find all of the Bluetooth controls, but I find it really annoying to get them to stay on my head, so here's a pro tip. Wear them backwards. I found these way easier to wear when I put the right ear cup on my left ear. The Pulse are a Bluetooth pair of headphones, and that's it. So if your source device is not Bluetooth compatible, these are pretty much useless to you. It would have been nice to at least see a 3.5mm input jack for that occasion, but I guess that's not the crowd Motorola was aiming for. The Pulse have Bluetooth 4.1 and claim to have a range of 60 feet, and we were surprised to find that they weren't exaggerating. The range on these is huge, and even at the fringes of 60 feet, it only skipped 2 or 3 times. On the right ear cup, you'll find the volume controls, the power button, and the play button. If you press and hold the volume up button, you'll skip to the next track, while press and holding the volume down button returns to a previous track. You can also press and hold the play button in order to start voice commands like Google Now or Siri. Motorola also claims a battery life of 18 hours, and again, they weren't lying. We got about 17 hours in the first run and 18.5 in the second. Pretty incredible considering how small the ear cups are, and I'm not exactly sure where they stuffed the battery. The lows aren't too aggressive, but that's mainly because they're barely present. That's not to say it isn't there, but they don't really add too much to the track. A good example is Driving Miss Daisy by Logic, where the thumping bass kicks can be heard but aren't felt. If you're a bass head, these definitely aren't for you. The mids are a little forward, but it gives the vocals the extra push they need to be heard clearly over the rest of the song. The lyrics of Famous Last Words by My Chemical Romance were definitely distinguishable over the guitars and drums. Motorola clearly made the mids a priority, and it's what makes these a good option for people on the go who don't necessarily need a lot of detail in their music, but just want to listen to music. The Moto Pulse do a good job at tapering off the highs just south of harshness. It's not exactly the cleanest quality, but it doesn't necessarily sound bad either. In Hinome, Texas by Bon Iver, the synths that usually cause me to sometimes cringe a bit were completely enjoyable. If you're looking for a decent pair of Bluetooth headphones at a cheap price, the Motorola Pulse are a good option. Don't expect to hear every little detail, as that's not really the main purpose of these headphones. Rather, they're intended for the person that simply needs to have music as they go about their day. In that sense, I found these very enjoyable, and if they were $10 or $20 cheaper, they'd be a steal. Still, at $60, they're not going to break the bank. We're giving the Motorola Pulse an 8.4 out of 10. That's about it for our review of the Moto Pulse. If you want to know more, check out the full written review over at SoundGuys.com. While you're here, give us a couple thumbs up, let us know that we're doing a good job. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and sign up to our monthly newsletter where every month we give away a cool new audio product. Maybe this month you could win. Links to all of those in the description down that way. I'm Adam Molina. I'll see you later.